So I just got notification that my guitar is there. So I'm excited to see if it actually is. And it is. I'll go ahead and show you all the box here. Let me go ahead and get in here. So here's a close-up look at the guitar. So you can see it is semi hollow body right here. It is a serial number, the brand. You can see it is a smooth gloss shiny finish from the glare right there. These are the stock pickups that come on this guitar right here. Kind of wanted to give you a close-up of all the mechanics so that way you can know what to expect on your end. This one does come in various colors. I'll go ahead and maybe put those floating up here so you can see the colorways that are available. Here is the pick guard. You can see that on the pickups, there's still a film over them. We may end up switching those out. I'm not entirely sure what's going to be done, but what I do know is that I'm going to sand down this guitar and I'm going to wood burn the entire thing. But you can see it's beautiful as it is. Even if I didn't do any of that, this guitar still is lovely here. Really nice to look at as well. For the price point, it definitely, in my opinion, can't be beat. I'm going to show you how it plays right now out the box, but I just kind of wanted to show you what it looks like out the box, and I want to show you in full detail here. So taking a closer look at all of the components, everything appears to be of a decent quality, again, right out the box. And I really want to show you everything that I possibly can so that way you can kind of know what to expect. I want to give you like a digital walkthrough here in this video, and that's my goal here with these close-up shots. I really want to be able to put this guitar in front of you so that way you can know what to expect on your end. You can see it is a beautiful piece of equipment right out the box. All the way down, the inlays are beautiful. The fretboard has a little shine to it. Not much, but it's there, and that is greatly appreciated. Here we have the end. Over here we have the switch. As you can see down here, we have the knobs for those who want to see what they look like. That's the knobs right there. That's the internal right there, and that's the other knob. As you can see, all around though, cosmetically, this is a beautiful guitar. So here is the back end. One thing that I did notice is that these tuners feel pretty good. For them being stock tuners, they do hold a tune pretty well. All I've done so far is, as you've seen, take it out the box. I've just tuned the guitar strings a little bit to play it and test it out here for you in this video, and that is it. I have not done anything to this guitar. It is 110% still stock. No customizations as of yet. I do feel like this is a solid, and you can see there's my guitar strap as well, but I feel in terms of like if you're a person that likes to mod your guitars and or customize, then this is a good price point and a solid foundation to begin to make something that not only sounds fantastic, but that also looks fantastic and can be truly one of a kind. Here is a profile view. I wanted to give you kind of a full 360 view as close as I can here. If you have any questions, I encourage you to drop a comment down below, and I'm going to do my best to assist you. But again, for that price point, it really can't be beat. Even out the box from the factory, this thing looks amazing. You can see that plate right there under the strings is actually a metal plate. That's fantastic. That's typically like a cheap plastic. If I'm correct, that is a bone right there as well. That keeps the strings in place, so that's bone material. This is the side right here, and I kind of wanted to show you all the fretboards so that way you can really see it close up. And if you look at the edge of the frets there, the fret linings, you're going to see that they're rounded off. and it has a smooth, shiny gloss finish. In my opinion, again, out the box for the price point, the craftsmanship on this is awesome actually. I think that it is definitely fair. So for this, I kind of feel like this is great value, and you can see those inlays are actually really nice as well. They kind of have like a marble feel to them. But all in all, again, out the box, first impressions, I'm loving this thing. And even when I was tuning the guitar, the action there, it didn't feel hard to press. It actually felt really comfortable and easy on my hand, which is a very big deal for me. I want my guitar to be really easy to play. I don't want it to be difficult. It also did come with a wire and a tool to adjust the rod right here that goes down the middle of the guitar. The rod is going to be hidden behind that plate there, but it is there as well. Let me give you a quick look here at the bridge and all of this right here, so that way you can thoroughly see everything. And it's going to be the same for the other colors as well, to my understanding. So here we have the other side. This is the thickness of the guitar. It's not too thick, but it's not thin either. It has some weight to it, but it's not overbearing. I think with a comfortable strap, it'll be just fine. Those right there are the knobs, as you can see, and in there are the components. You can see some wiring right there. We have the switch, the bridge on this side, along with the pick guard right here. I believe we can remove this should we choose to do so. I think I've seen people do that. And then the pickups from this side. And I kind of want to show you how much the strings are sitting off the guitar here. So, first impressions, absolutely beautiful. Tremendous value, especially for the price point. And I went with the natural wood finish all the way up. You can see it's a beautiful, beautiful guitar. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some testing and let's check out how it sounds. So here is the Grote. Forgive me if my pronunciation is incorrect on that. This is the Grote 335 semi-hollow body series right here. This is the natural finish. This is right out the box. It's important to note, all that I've done is simply tune the guitar once or twice, and that's about it. I haven't even broken in the strings. This is just literally right out the box. What I have here is a microphone clipped right here on the guitar, as you can see, and I have another right here on the side picking up my voice and one for the guitar. Let's go ahead and play that out and let's see what it sounds like. This is not plugged into an amp or anything. This is just playing it acoustically. So one thing that I'm noticing is that it plays really smooth. I don't hear any buzzing, especially when I'm hitting the notes accurately right in the middle. But when I start navigating to those frets and landing around the fret, we shouldn't be playing there anyway. It gives a little buzz, but that's not here or there. It plays really, really smooth, as you can hear, and it sounds great. We can really utilize that semi-hollow body and really play acoustically. This doesn't need an amp to be played, although it does connect into an amp, which I'll also show you here. And it's really easy. It's real smooth. Now, of course, I haven't done any setting up, so it's also important to remember that I haven't done any sort of anything. These are the stock strings. All I've done is simply take it out the box and tune it and played it for you all here live. And that's where we are at right now. Out the box, it sounds great. I don't know what type of strings these are, but they sound decent for the package, again, for that price point. So far it's holding a tune pretty good, and I haven't broken in anything, so I don't really expect for it to hold tune long. My thing is, this is a great foundation to create something even better from. The body is beautiful, it's well done. In my case, I want to customize it and I want to wood burn the entire thing. That'll be for a different video, so be sure to stick around for that. I do have some locking tuners coming in which I'm going to switch these standard tuners that come on here out for locking tuners. I have some Elixir electric guitar strings, I think gauge 10, that I'm going to be using on here as well. So there are some changes that I'm going to be making. In terms of the pickups, I haven't put much thought into those as of yet, but I'm sure as I get there, I may go ahead and upgrade that. Again, I haven't really thought about that too much, but when I do, I'll definitely bring videos on that as well, sharing with you how I go about updating them. So my point here is, this is a solid foundation to either out the box begin to play, or it's also a cool solid foundation to begin to make something better then. It feels great out the box, it feels smooth. I don't have to try hard at all to create notes here to even play, and it also sounds great. So let's try a different style here. Not bad, not bad. So we have some slight buzzing going on. Now, since I'm still new to the guitar, I can't be too sure if it's a bit on my playing or a bit of combination of playing with this specific setup. However, this is to be expected out the box. It's not going to be perfect to my playing style, so therefore I'm going to have to set it up. So at first impressions though, I'm loving rather, everything about this guitar, from the looks all the way down to everything that's stock that comes on it. I keep talking about it, that price point, you really can't beat it for something this beautiful. It's a beautiful foundation to either accept and play as is, or again, to build off of and create something that sounds like a $1,000 plus guitar. I feel like it's important to note, if you're going into this wanting and expecting a $1,000 plus guitar, then we may fall short of some sort of expectations, whether it's something with the cosmetics, even maybe the playability in terms of setting up. You may not be happy with the pickups, the strings. You get the idea. I keep referring to the price point because it's very important to consider when it comes to this guitar specific from this brand right here. This is something that is great for a beginner. I do feel like even out the box, if I plug it into my system, which I am going to here shortly, it's also going to sound fantastic. If we put some good effects that we like on it and kind of get a good little rig going, then this is going to sound even better. For the price point, as I've mentioned, I'm pretty sure you're tired of hearing that, it definitely can be beaten in my opinion. So now that we've checked this thing out acoustically, let's go ahead and set up the rig here and let's get some effects going to see what it sounds like with some effects and used in a context of a recording setting. So here we are at the setup. I'm gonna try to keep this as beginner friendly as possible. So I'm gonna be using a low quality cable here. I'm going to be running Logic Pro. I'm just going to be using the Logic stock drummer along with just some stock amps that already come within Logic, just to kind of get the points across so that way we can hear some tone from this guitar. I'm also using just some simple small IK multimedia iLoud monitors. They work wonderful. They're accurate. I do love them. So that's what I'm going to be using to demonstrate the tone here for the 335. Okay, so I have the 335 right here with me. Let's go ahead and put it into a studio setting. It's important to remember as well that we're still using everything stock. There hasn't been any setup done. We're still using the stock strings. Everything is stock, and I just want to kind of point that out. And we're already getting some great tones. Could even add some reverb here. Not bad, it's sounding great. So that is with a more of a cleaner amp. Let's just say if I switch to something with a little bit more grid and distortion, such as a high octane type of amp. Keep in mind, I just pulled up this amp and I haven't really done anything. I just turned the reverb off. Now, I understand that this distortion sound may not be everyone's preference. However, I'm just using this to kind of get my points across that even using out the box, you know, just loading up the gear, it sounds great. We can get some pretty decent tones. Not bad. And in context with drums, you wouldn't really be able to tell. It sounds like an awesome guitar. So you can kind of see I'm just playing anything at this point, but you get the idea. There's little effort that I'm putting in here to start creating. Off the box, I'm able to start getting tones that are recordable. So let's say, for example, if I was wanting to record this, so let's go ahead and do a count in here. I'm just going to count in 2 bars. Just do something random. Okay, so I have a take right there. I could even duplicate, since I recorded 2 different takes, I can layer them, which I'll do here for demonstration purposes. And you can see that this is all gonna be pretty swift, pretty simple here. Allow me to go to take 1, and then let's go ahead and hear it out. And then let's pan left and right. And we have a big guitar sound. And as you can see, it was little to no effort. Again, everything is still stock and I'm already achieving pretty decent tones. And keep in mind, this is just one amp that I kind of pre-selected. I haven't really done anything to it, so I can further process my sound here to really define it the way that I want. One thing about the creative process is that there really isn't any limit. So let's say, for example, I'm inspired and I hear another part for this song. I could simply keep going and we can write that song. Keep in mind, I'm still using I'm still using the guitar right out the box, so that's very important as well to remember. Said it a million times. I'll probably say it a million more before the end of this video. So the idea is I'm just kind of fiddling around, seeing what sounds good, and trying to figure out a cadence, a vibration, a direction that I want to go with this tune right here. And you can see I'm building with this guitar right here. So it's really simple, really straightforward. It's also important to remember that I am plugged in DI. So straight from here, right into the interface is how I am working with this. If we're reamping and using a DI box, and the guitar is going to sound even cleaner, which is something that we should also focus on. Okay, so we know that the 335 is pretty decent for metal rock type of music. Now, let's say we want to do something a little bit softer, something where we need a cleaner sound, maybe with some reverb. You kind of get the idea. I think that this is actually going to excel and do just as good, if not better, in that sort of dimension. It really is going to come down to the settings that we choose to use. So for this, I'm just going to go to a clean, simple amp here with a little bit of reverb, as you can hear. It's a little too harsh on the depth there. And then I'm going to take this up a little bit more presence and a little bit more gain. Okay, so we have that there. Now, have different type of drums. Okay, so I have a sound going here and that's sounding great. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and hit that record. Okay, and I did that again. I have two different takes here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. We're gonna duplicate and then we're going to pan left and right the same way that we did earlier. Bear with me here. So duplicate this track. I'm gonna copy, I'm gonna paste. It isn't the same track because they just looped in Logic, and this is what we have. And even if we mute the drums, you can see that it's a very, very nice sound. From here we can go ahead and make the amps a little bit different. Maybe take some reverb off. You get the idea. So that's sounding great right there. Now we're more on a soft side of music, more, you know, not so rock, not so metal, and it's doing wonderful. I also never took off the plastic right here on these. I'm not sure if that interferes with the sound, but I probably should have done that earlier. Now, I am 110% sure this guitar is going to be great for blues, jazz. However, I'm not really a blues or jazz type of person. I'm not really capable of playing that because I really don't know any scales or chords or anything like that. So I'm going to stick to with what I know in this video so that way I can best demonstrate my points. But I'm 110% sure this is going to excel in those areas, as I've seen it in other reviews time and time again. This does sound fantastic for jazz, blues, maybe even country as well. As you can see, it does good in metal, pop. You can do sort of softer type of music. This is fantastic for every genre. I feel like this is a great place to conclude this video. I did demonstrate the points that I wanted to demonstrate here. You can see all of this was kind of done real time on the fly. Now, if you have any questions at all, I'm going to encourage you to drop a comment down below, and I'm going to do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring that bell for me, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. I do also have social medias under the same name as this YouTube channel. I have Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, all under Daniel Yuck. I would appreciate the support over there as well. With that being said, I appreciate your time and I thank you for watching. You have a great day.